Okay, I'm doing 2 videos back to back now. This is gonna be my final video of the year. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I have some friends that are Jews, so it's still Hanukkah. So happy Hanukkah. Is it Hanukkah? I don't even know. But okay. One good note. On Monday, I got a gift from one of my kids, mother and daughter walking together. She gave me a little gift. So it was a little gift in a bag, tied real nice. I had it on my fingers for the last 15 minutes of my morning shift. 3 Mondays ago, we had a monsoon, and I'm crossing the little street, and there's a van running the red light, and I step back, and I hear someone behind me, and I throw my arm back to block, and I knocked them out of the way. They would have actually walked into the street and got hit by a van. So I got a gift. I don't know what it is because I'm not opening it until Christmas Day. So I'll find out what it is and I'll show it online. I had a Festivus miracle that I'm going to tell you about yesterday, which was Tuesday the 23rd. I'm on the corner by the bar. No, I'm sorry. I'm on the corner by the pharmacy, and across is the abandoned bar. And I'm there with a security guard from the hospital up the block. Lights green. Now, the street that's closest to me, I'm going to do bird's eye view, so that you're a bird looking down. This street is going this way. The other street is going this way. I'm on the sidewalk. Street is going this way. This traffic is at a dead stop for backup. Traffic's backed up, is at a dead stop. This traffic is not at a dead stop. An adult man walks in the road. He's got his hood up. He walks in between the cars that are backed up, crosses the double yellow line. Me and the security guard from the hospital see this. We see a car coming, and because this line is free, that car was coming at a normal speed, like 30 miles an hour. I scream at the top of my lungs. I actually try to move out. I can't get there in time, and I know it. And the car is coming, and the guy is walking, and the car passes, and he walks into the side of the car. He literally walked into the car. And I have a theory that the motorist saw him out of the corner of his eye come across and jammed his brake. And that's why the car was going slower, and that's why he just walked into it. The motorist stopped, looked back, said a couple of choice words. I ran over. Someone blurts out, "Quick, get the license plate." Another person blurts out, "It's not his fault, it's the pedestrian's fault." He does stop to check the pedestrian and say a few choice words. I walk up to the pedestrian. I'm thinking he's fucked up. I'm thinking he's got broken bones. I'm thinking he's gonna bleed. What the fuck is going on? I walk up to the pedestrian. Not a mark on him. Okay, now I gotta ask the questions. Are you hurt? No. Do you want to press charges? No. As soon as he said he didn't want to press charges, the motorist left the scene. Now, several things you have to understand. Fleeing the scene of an accident, hit and run, is mostly a felony. If you're ever involved in an accident in America, you must stop to make sure the person is okay, whether it's a car accident or a pedestrian accident. Now, he did stop to check for the motorist. He stopped, rolled down the window, and looked out. So by definition, he did stop. Now, if you have a person you're taking to the hospital and you leave the scene, that's okay. If you fear for your life, like the other motorists might want to kill you, there might be a gang fight going on outside your car, you can leave. But unless you are bringing someone to the hospital or unless you fear for your life, you must stop and make sure everyone's okay. Do insurance, you want to do doctors, whatever. You want to file a police report, that's fine, but you must at least stop and say, "Are you okay?" Motorist stopped. Pedestrian told me he's not hurt. Pedestrian told me he's not pressing any charges. Motorist left. A, I'm not going to run down the block chasing the motorist. B, the motorist was going through a green light. The pedestrian jaywalked into the motorist. The pedestrian's not pressing charges. The pedestrian is an adult, so I legally can't detain him. I have no legal reason to detain him. If it had been a kid, then I gotta file a police report. Then I gotta get hold of the kid's parents. Kid's parents might want to press charges, but we have no recourse. We can't do anything. So, whatever. So then my next question was, why didn't you hear me yelling at you? Oh, I got my headphones in. He had his hood up and I couldn't see his little earpieces. And then I said, okay, next time, keep one out of your ear. And I had to be a professional. I had to be composed. I had to speak, please, sir, thank you, yes, no. But really, I wanted to yell at him like for an hour and a half, but I couldn't do that. I had to be professional about it. A few minutes later, the other street that intersects the East and West Street, I have a guy coming down, making a right turn. When you cross in front of a red light, you're supposed to cross at the crosswalk, in front of the cars. So you're in front, everyone can see you. Two high school girls, I'm standing on the corner, here. Cars coming past me, turning right. Two high school girls are crossing the street behind the car, and they're popping out from behind this car, and the car that's crossing is gonna bump into them. And I wave my little son around. He sees me, he stops. And when those girls came on, I hollered like hell at them. I didn't curse, but I hollered, and I told them what happened a minute ago. Okay, I really gave it to them. Okay, now, I've had a million times where someone's walking towards my direction, and I say, halt, there's a car coming. But because this guy was walking away from me, I was behind him, he couldn't see me, he couldn't hear me, and I couldn't get to him. Okay, out of hundreds of people, like about 300 now, he was the one person I couldn't get to. And if he had stepped in front of that road a second earlier, he would have been in front of the car and he would have been under the car. Okay? So, God saved him. Okay, there is a God, and God saved him. Maybe God wants to aggravate me. Maybe God likes the fools populating the earth. But for whatever reason, God saved that man. He should have been dead. He should have been paralyzed. But at the exact second, he bumped. He's going to bump into a wall. He bumped into the car like he would bump into a wall. Total Clouseau move. Okay. This has been a pretty tumultuous year. We lost Barry from Iraq veteran, 88. I never got to talk to Barry. I mean, Eric responded to a couple of my comments here and there. They have 1,000 people a minute to talk to. But I never got to talk to Barry. But he was an advocate for our rights, and we lost him. Also, Matt from Rise Arms has passed this year. And if you watch the video, I'm literally crying in the video. And I have no problem saying that to you. I'm literally crying. Matt talked to me a million times. Matt always looked out for me. He was always that big brotherly figure to me, and I was deeply hurt by his loss. I really was. But life goes on. The baby that I saved in May is born. Remember the pregnant woman? Yeah. This is his first Christmas, the baby. My baby cousin Gemma, you saw her gifts. Her father's a Tower 2 survivor. This is her first Christmas. There are people that are not in wheelchairs. There are people that are not dead because of me this Christmas. That individual I just talked about, I couldn't save him, but God did. So we have mixed emotions this year. We had to say goodbye to some of our friends. We had to say hello to some new people in life. And I don't know, I always feel this way at the end of the year. You know, you talk about you lost your grandmother, you lost your aunt, you lost your parents. You know, you always like, you know, you look at the year, you look at the good things in the year and the bad things in the year. And I'm sure all of us do that. This has pretty much been a good year. We did lose a few people. One of my father's friends' widows died like 2 weeks ago. So, but there was a hearing on the SAFE Act a few weeks ago, and we're gonna get the results in February. It was down in the Manhattan courthouse, across the street from where I did jury duty in July. And even though the 3 judges are liberal leaning, they were asking the tough questions. They were trying to be judges. They weren't being liberal activists. So let's see where that takes us. But I have a few video ideas coming up I think you'll like. Don't quote me on this, but I might buy my revolver next year. I'm thinking about it. I gotta see. Depends on my tax rebate. Yeah, tax money is gun money. I have to buy it in the case of .30 carbine. I'm almost certainly buying another knife. Like 99.999% sure I'm gonna buy it. It's not a pocket knife you just flip out and whatever or scratch up. It's gonna be a nice knife. It's gonna be a collectible knife. Yeah. So we've had a good year. I got to do some very fun videos for you guys. I got to do have some adventures of my own. Made a difference here and there. And oh, by the way, you know that Z-Rex multi-tool I carry? I got them for my nieces for Christmas. My older niece has been driving for 3 years. My younger niece just got her first car a few months ago. They're a senior in high school and junior in college. Oh shit, junior in college already. So I got them the Z-Rex multi-tool. They don't know they're getting it though. It's a Christmas gift. I want my nieces to be safe, don't they? Don't I? So, okay. Just simple end of the year bullshit for me. Hello, goodbye. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Bye.